Welcome to another episode of Beat the Odds. I'm your host, Vernell Watts. First and foremost, this podcast is sponsored by Fortune 800. For all of your credit needs, contact us at www.fortune800.com and my brand new ebook, The Credit Cash Machine, 7 Steps to Start Turning Your Credit into a Cash Machine. All the links for that stuff will be either in the description down below, depending on where you are watching this. Now, in this episode, I want to break down why everything is an asset. And I'll let you know what I mean by that. I want to brush over this quick story. When I was 16 years old, and I've told this story a couple of times, some of you may or may not have heard it, but when I was 16 years old, I remember the first car that I asked my mom for is a white BMW 3 Series. I asked her, can you get this for me as my first car? What she did after that turned a negative or a liability into an asset. So what she did was she sat me down and showed me her credit report. Now I got to see her score. It was somewhere in the 530s, and I got to see her score, all her credit card debt, and I got a full picture of what was going on with her financially. So this negative thing, and I'm gonna show you how she turned it into an asset. After she showed me everything that was going on with her credit report, with her credit score, she told me, now this is my score. If you get a 700 plus credit score and start making money on your own, you'll be able to get whatever car that you want. And this is what I mean. So if you're out there marketing a product or a service or whatever it is, you can turn anything that happens to you negatively or any bad experience, you could turn it into a positive. So let's say you're a real estate agent and a bad transaction happens. Now you could put together some content. What I learned from my bad transaction, here's how to avoid it. Now going forward, that won't happen to you or your clients because you already gained the experience. Let me give you another example. So right out of high school, I got my real estate license and I started getting out there, knocking on doors and stuff. But then I got introduced to the credit industry. I started working for another company, promoting the products and services, and come to find out, long story short, that the company was pretty much a scam. Nobody was getting results. They were getting charged. No refunds, even though they said a money-back guarantee, no refunds for anyone who wasn't getting results. And it was overall just an awful, awful situation. And I ended up doing well in the company, buying a new car, making decent money per month to making no money after I quit the company. Now, let me explain something to you. That message and that story has helped me build 2 different 6-figure businesses. Just the message. So what could be considered a liability or something negative that happened to me in the past is now a marketing opportunity. I even spoke about this in another podcast episode. So when I had to go return my BMW that I got and I started using the $3,000 that they wanted down that I refused to give them, I started using that money for advertising each month. So instead of spending $800 to $1,000 in marketing each month, I upped it to $3,000 to $4,000, and then I upped it to $5,000 to $6,000, $6,000 to $7,000, $7,000 to $8,000, $8,000 to $9,000, and then onward, right? But just that negative experience, and I shared that. I shared that with my audience, and now people know, okay, this guy's not perfect. He doesn't even have a car, XYZ, and now people will start to feel like they really know you, and you can connect with your audience. Anything. And I want you to write down, this kind of ties back into the podcast where I spoke about stories, but I want you to use them as an asset. So I want you to write down any stories that you may have, anything that you might consider a liability, whether it's a car, and I'll get into that, whether it's a car, whether it's a story, whether it's credit card debt. And I want you to figure out, how can I turn this into an asset? Because I realize that the only real asset or liability is what's going on between the ears. It's only how you look at it. So let's say you're doing online marketing and you want to start doing the YouTube ads where you're posing in front of a Lamborghini and selling whatever course, right? Now you go out and buy the Lamborghini, immediately you lose value as soon as you drive it off of the lot, but you start using that quote unquote liability to start filming ads, and now it's bringing in XYZ money per month, and it's paid for by the advertising or by the course sales or whatever the case may be. It's really just how you look at whatever it is, whether it's a negative experience, whether it's a car, whether it's a house, all of it can be an asset or a liability The only real asset or liability is what's going on between the ears. Because you can have an amazing opportunity in front of you and be like, man, that's a scam. I'm not doing that. That's this or that's that. Or I can't do that because I didn't go to school. All of it comes back to you. What is it that's going on between here? What do you need to fix? What inner work do you need to do to start turning everything that happens to you into an asset? All the things that happened to me in 2020. I have a Rolodex of stories that I tell or that I share with different audiences depending on who the audience is. And I tell the story, I offer a product in relation to that, and I make money. So that negative thing, that hard time, that low point, whatever the case may be, now it's generating money. This can be the same thing for your business. All you have to do is fix what's going on between here and understand whatever you're going through, especially if you're going through something right now. Start documenting it. Document it on Instagram. Let's say you're in a position where you're in debt, you're building your business, or whatever the case may be. Start documenting it, because there's so much of these, I don't know what to really call it, maybe flexers. There we go. There's so many flexers and people who are so perfect on Instagram, on Clubhouse. Everybody's making $1 million on all of these platforms. Everybody is just so rich on Clubhouse, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube ads. Everybody's just in the money, right? I think people are getting sick of that because I'm growing at a rapid pace. I'm not showing off any money. I'm not posing with money on my arm, and I'm not posing in front of a Lamborghini. I'm going to get one soon, but my business was not built off of that. I built my business, and then I'm going to get something like that. So share your personal story and start turning everything into an asset, because it is. You can start cashing in on anything. It's just about how you look at things. This is going to be it for this episode, guys. I appreciate you guys being here, and until the next one, peace. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that I opened up a brand new texting community where I'm going to be sending out free courses, free frameworks, and templates to help you grow your credit, your income, and your business. All you have to do to get into the texting community is text me, hey, and text the number 725-529-3085. Like I said, just text me, hey, and I'll add you to my contacts, and you add me to yours, and you'll be in the texting community. Like I said, I'm going to be sending out free courses, frameworks, templates, everything you need to know to grow your finances, your income, and your business. Just text, hey, to 725-529-3085.